Muted. Great start. Great start. We'll try that again. So, this is going to be kind of like the new format for the podcast. I'm going to get away from the music for once, because I know not everybody likes it. It's really just what I like. So either way, moving forward, there are a bunch of updates I want to give you guys, and one of them is this past weekend we had an event at Valhalla Tactical down in Richmond, Virginia, as a little practice. Some of you guys have already asked me about when the next event is going to be. It's going to be March 12th, same place, same time. It's going to be our first seating event. So if you guys want to come down and, kind of get a better idea of what the real deal is going to be like, it will give you your official seating for the first event, and we should be good to go from there. After that, if you are following SpeedQB at all, you should know that today they dropped their SpeedQB 5.1 high kappa slide. I don't know how y'all feel about it. I kind of like it a lot, but I might cop one. We'll see. Out on the West Coast, actually this weekend coming up, the Syndicate Union is having an event of their own. It is on the 19th and the 20th, and I believe that is at CQB City. If you guys haven't already registered, I think that time has passed, but they have another one coming up in April. And then to close out all of our stuff, we have March 12th, April 9th in California for the California Major, April 23rd, which will be the Virginia Major at Valhalla Tactical, and then we got more stuff in the future. But before we hit that, I want to thank Loco Airsoft, Take One, Vendetta, and Blowback Masters for sponsoring the series as a whole. We get a lot of support from you guys, and we really wouldn't be here without you. So, without further ado, in that very long intro, we have the 413 guys with us today. I'm actually pretty excited just to get more involved with the Northeast scene as a whole, because, you guys are still in the infancy, you know what I mean? There's still so much to go on in the Northeast, and I'm curious to see how you guys perceive it where you are.
And take it away, gentlemen. Give your opinions.
Go ahead, Zach, or Sully, go ahead.
Me?
Well, first, before we even get into what Keegan wants to hear from you guys, introduce yourselves and how long you've been playing, and then we'll go into where you guys think you are.
Peter, I'm Zach. We got Christian up over here. We got Sully. We just started from playing as friends and just said, let's try joining, make a team, locking stuff down, going to different fields. And
so in total, for both these questions, how many players do you have, and how many years have you guys been playing?
I've been playing for like 9 to 10 years now.
Only 1 year for me.
Only 1 year.
But we probably got close to like 15 teammates.
Prospect.
Yeah,
Prospect. Like, kids that want to be on the team, but like we already have our main squad. And
so how many official members do you have?
We have 5.
Five official members?
5. Probably like 7 for our subs and stuff, but yeah, 7. Actually 7, I lied. I take that back.
Okay, so now answer Keegan's question, I guess, which would be like, where do you guys feel the Northeast is as far as Speedsoft or SpeedQB, however you want to look at it, our sport that we do competitively in general is? Do you guys still feel you're at the infant stage? Do you feel you've grown beyond that? Where do you guys feel you
We're
are?
definitely still at the infant stage. There's a bunch of fields around here that just like see Speedsoft or like SpeedQB or whatever is like a terrible thing. It should not be happening.
So sadly, Extreme is the only field around that allows fight night, like how you guys do with your CSL league. So our only competitive like 5v5s or 3v3s, we only get during fight night at Extreme. If Extreme don't host it, we don't get that around here.
Right.
We try to stay as a team when we go to our local field, but if there's like our 7, we have to split. Or like with the prospects, you have to split. And we try to have them like stack the other team. Like, this is what we paid for. We want to play, but again, I don't mind shooting them, going up against them. We get to learn their tactics, and that right there, you're learning how to play together with the losses and the blah.
Words,
Zach,
it's hard. I get
You're
it.
getting too into it, Zach.
I was just saying.
No, I mean, I get that. Like when we squad up, if we ever go to a public play field or anything like that, 9 times out of 10, we're either getting split down the middle, or like the ones who are considered a little better than the other, or at least that day who are playing better.
Yeah, so basically Jacob gets put on the worst team and I get put on, but it's all
That's
good.
me. That's me.
Literally.
I get changed every game. Midway through game, they'll be like, "Put this
Yep.
color now."
Yeah.
I'll be like, "Ah, I got
They'll
you."
just shout out your name.
No,
be
so
like,
like,
"Come here."
and from
Yeah,
me and
Christian.
me and Keegan have both worked at our fields that we play at. I still currently do. He doesn't anymore. But like, so like, stacking the other team, like I get it as far as like how it could be even. But like, what sucks is the reason a lot of fields don't allow it. If you guys don't look at it this way, maybe it'll change your perspective a little bit. Is because when you look at it from either a rental player or like a newer player or somebody who just hasn't been coming there that often but plays airsoft or has been playing airsoft for a while, they look at it as, oh, these refs in this field think we're shit and that these guys are the bee's knees and we're gonna have to play against them and they're just gonna shit on us, period. They don't go into it with a sense of confidence like, oh, we got 50 dudes, we're taking on 7, yeah, let's do it. Right. They don't look at it like that. They look at it as like, these guys are that confident, like, what is it, hip? Like, and so that's why fields don't do it. It just diminishes their self, I guess, confidence and that's
Right, especially with like rentals and stuff like that.
Yeah, and I mean, I agree with it on a balance standpoint. Like, yeah, it's entirely fair, especially if you guys are asking for it, right? And if you're playing fair. Now, if you were asking for it and we gave you an opportunity and you cheated and there were a lot of issues,
right?
Yeah, never again. But if you were playing fair and they stomped you as they should with the higher amount of numbers, I would be like, all right, if everybody's cool with it, like, yeah, let's do it. Like, I know that's what I do at my field. Like, we don't do it a lot, but if somebody proposes that question, I'm like, only if everyone says yes. If there's one no, we're not doing it. And
yeah, our field always has a no. That's our rule too. If everyone agrees, but it never happens.
I used to work at the field that we play at a lot, and I used to be able to allow some of that stuff, but
it's like I said, like it depends on the people that are there that day. Some days you can allow it, some days you can't. But,
exactly.
So I got a question for you guys. Since you guys have gotten a small taste of the tournament scene, is public play still as fun for you, or is it kind of just the in between?
So public play is too easy.
It's just something to like keep in shape and like keep on with.
Keep my finger ready.
Stuff, right.
Yeah.
Daytime's working.
Walker, I can't pass it.
Yeah, right.
So we've done like 10v like 40, 50 before, and like we've swamped them. So like at this point, it's like free play is just free play. Like I know I'm winning every game of free play.
It's hard. You kind of lose that drive, and for like someone like myself who doesn't get to play all that often, I have to really pick and choose when I go play. And if I have the choice to go play tournament style, you're damn right I'm going. Like public play is just it's just not the same.
Yeah, tournament all day over free play.
Fast paced. You have to be on the swivel. You're thinking constantly. Free play, you're just running around like Call of Duty shooting people.
Right.
Yeah,
it's more brainless. I throw AirPods in when we play.
Me too. Me too. I don't even listen to call-outs. You better not even try to talk to me. I'm doing my own thing.
Free play. It's just like it's one of those points where when I play, I'm just like I don't care. Like I'll just full send any corner. Like I don't care.
Exactly. You just run around the corner pre-fire.
I got unlimited lives. Like I don't. It's whatever.
It's like you got your public match and your competitive match.
Yeah, but I just laugh. Like to me, from playing so long and wanting that competitive drive, I laugh at the rental players, not in a disrespectful way, but just in like they're like, oh, I got a kill streak of like 6 kills, and then I die, and I'm like. It's public play. You have unlimited lives. Just go kill as many people as you can. Like, who cares about your KD? Nobody's keeping track.
My KD's all messed up.
I died 6 times and I only got 2 kills. My KD's fucked for the next match.
What? So I remember when I first started playing and watching like YouTube videos, and you see these dudes who do like the KDAs, I was like, dude, he's got to be so good. And then once I started getting into it, I was like, bro, this dude's probably garbage. Like, it's, yeah, I can't, man. I can't.
Yo, especially the outdoor guys that
Yeah.
like get like 40 or 50 kills a game. It's like once you go out and play outdoor, you understand how.
Yeah, right,
It's
right,
like
right.
it's not.
You run into a corner of 40 of them, shoot them all at once while they look at you.
Yeah.
Right. They're like,
Full
how'd
auto's
you get
usually
there?
And full auto is usually loud, so it's just, all right, you're all dead.
Exactly. If you have a polar star, it's just
I think
unbeatable.
one of my favorite outdoor YouTubers to watch is Dutch, and I think that's the case for a lot.
I
of
like Dutch,
Yeah.
yes.
But he's also like, and it's not just because like his content is high quality, but he just seems like a really genuine person too.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's why I enjoy watching his content. But like when I watched his when I was younger and I watched his like kill death ratio, like y'all said, I was like, oh, he's probably really good. And then like I watched the places he played and how he plays now that I'm older and I've played a lot longer, and I'm like, Dutch probably really isn't that good. He's like your average airsofter. He just plays smart, and he's just all right. Ding ding. All right, you're
Yep.
dead. Ding ding. You're dead, and that's
Right.
it. So,
He just makes good clips.
yeah, and he
He
doesn't. He
does.
doesn't like. If you pay attention to how he plays, he doesn't move. He picks a spot, sets up
sits
shot,
there,
and
yeah.
then just bop bop bop
It's
bop bop
no
bop.
one
bop.
sees him. It's crazy.
Right.
He's just ghost.
Yeah,
With-
no one will shoot back at him either. Like, I'm like, what is going on?
So with
Anyway, so
with
go ahead,
yeah, you better back up, Jacob. You don't want none of this. Nah, let me stop. So with tournament play kind of being preferred, do you guys have any plans for this season? Whether it be a CSL event or SpeedQB, you traveling somewhere? You just saying fuck it? What are you guys thinking?
We definitely
So,
travel, but like at the times it's kind of hard right now. So
Yeah,
like, we
yeah.
just Rhode Island when they have their fight nights, and when when you guys have the tournament up in May,
Mm-hmm.
we'll be there for sure. So we definitely want to travel.
let us know, like when y'all come down for the one in Virginia. Like I live in Virginia and whatnot, so like let me know where y'all are and whatnot, and like we'll try and be as hospitality as possible, depending on where you are, because that's a big drive. So just let us know and
Yeah.
do what we can.
We know how it is. Like trying to drive, 8+ hours anywhere is hard in itself, and
Thanks,
then
dude.
you're doing it for an event. Like I get it. It's like when we come up for the 26th, I told my guys, I was like, look, man, I ain't driving 9 hours to get down there and play, and then just to roll right back around. I ain't doing that shit. I
Right.
need a full day to try and just do my thing, and then we can drive back. You're either in or you're in.
Yeah.
facts, so
Right.
that we usually, when we go up for Rhode Island, we'll stay there Friday, Saturday, leave Sunday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
Yeah,
how far
Although
is
for
it
us,
from where-
for us, Rhode Island
you
is
guys
only
go?
like an hour and a half or something like that.
That's not bad. That's not
No,
bad.
not at all. Not at all.
That's Valhalla for me. So like the Valhalla field that we're gonna be
Yeah.
having the championship and the first CSL event at the first, that's where the first one is, Mickey.
I mean, I guess it's technically the second, but it's the first on the East Coast.
First on the East Coast, but when we
Okay.
have that there, it's like it is for me. It's an hour and 30 minutes. So
Yeah. Not
same
bad at
travel
all.
time.
Yeah.
There is a new field that opened up near us that's also an hour and a half away in Warwick, Rhode Island.
What field is that?
Advanced All Star
advanced.
action.
Yeah. It's a
Okay.
Japanese style field, so like it's the tall
Mm.
walls and stuff, just like corridors. It's
Yeah,
pretty
yeah, yeah. I've watched Flipsoft when he puts his videos up. It seems cool. We have a field that's kind of like that down here in Maryland. Like Rockville has their 8-foot walls. It's a full sheet of plywood.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is there too. Yeah.
It's way different. It's
Yeah,
definitely way
100%.
different.
Different. It was different when we went on opening day, and
I liked
Yeah,
it. I was
it was.
clearing rooms like it was nothing. I ain't even gonna lie. I like that
that's-
kind of fighting.
Yeah, like a lot of people like don't understand the difference.
It's night and day. For open play wise, I'd much prefer to play at that field because
Mhm.
it's just a different aspect of open play.
So
For
what's
sure.
your what's y'all's favorite thing about the competitive scene, individually or as a team, either one? What is y'all's favorite like like why choose competitive play over open? Aside from like you said, you're too good for open.
All right, for me, we're not too
That's
good
what
for
you
open
said.
play. I'll
You know
never
what I
say
mean, what I
that.
Yo,
mean, like,
bro,
I'm
toot
too
your
good.
own horn. Fucking toot toot. We're coming through. Let's go.
Oh,
But like for competitive play, like I just like it when you come around, and you get like that 4-5 piece, like you clear the whole team,
Yeah.
and everyone's like, "Yes, you did it." It's like, "Fuck yeah, I did.
You're
I did
damn
that.
right.
I did that."
It gets that adrenaline pumping, you know. You're just diving into. Like, I play Snake, so if you're diving into Snake, there's BBs flying over your head the whole time you're running over there diving in, and then you have to peek in, and you know that dude's what,
like
not
you
even
said,
10 feet away from you.
Look forward to seeing you there this season. It was
Yeah.
Yeah.
really fun.
Let's go, yeah. We didn't get to see each other at EA Fest. I was kind of
we
mad.
did.
We
Yeah.
talked about it outside. I was kind of mad.
Yeah, I remember we were like, all right, let's go, let's get it, and then we didn't get to it.
We didn't get to it at all. Yeah.
But yeah, and then raccoon or what's
I don't know
yours?
why it does that. That was
That's
my
not good.
other name, but I like the fast paced, freaking adrenaline, like their Sully said, and just the small close quarters stuff. I don't like big. I don't like long. None of that. Like I like small.
For me, it's collectively obviously with everything that you guys said, but like for me, the biggest thing that I like about it is the mental aspect of it, right? Is because like if you really dive into it as a competitor, it's a chess game, right? Because you gotta be. I mean, think about it like any other sport, right? Like you can watch film on the other teams you're playing, see how they play, see their behaviors, try and learn their callouts if they have any. Because some teams, you know, communication's their weak point, but.
What up, Bert?
It's just those types of things. It's like for me, it's just like how can I be one up on this team, not just by myself, but what can I also share and learn with my team and my guys that's going to give us the one up against these guys. And that comes from, you know, just watching like when we're on the sideline day of, or going back and watching film or studying angles from different fields, things of that nature. And it's like, ooh, if you'd have done this just a little differently, you might have stayed alive a little bit longer.
Right. Yeah.
So like that's where I thrive in. It's like how can I mentally be better, aside from just physically and like fast? Because obviously you know you got to be fast, you got to be able to shoot, be accurate. But those are all fundamentals that you can get from public play or just shooting in your backyard and stuff like that.
Exactly. Set up a bunker and practice snapshots and stuff.
Yeah,
right.
You can do all that stuff on your own, but the mental game is harder to grow.
I will say, right, like you can practice, and I'm sure you guys will probably say the same, but you can set up at home and you can practice your snapshots. You can practice, you know, like getting a speed reload in or whatever. I believe in speed rolling, I do. But anyways,
just huck the mag across the field and put the new one in.
All right, okay. You know what? We're gonna come back to this. Fuck, man. Yeah. See, now my train of thought's all messed up. You got me all jumbled. But oh yeah, you can do all this practice and whatnot, but once you get into a real scenario, like some people just don't handle pressure very well, right? And you know what you have to do. You know you have to peek down the wire and shoot that dude out in the corner, but at the end of the day, if you're too much in your head, you peek a little too far and you're getting your ass chewed out, it's like it's not the same. But
I agree.
Yeah, you have to learn to just like not think about it, block it out, you know.
Nah, for
but
real.
that's hard. That's hard to do, you know.
It is. It takes time.
Yeah, it does.
That's a question I have for you guys too. Is like, do you guys like in a competitive scenario, do you guys hold each other accountable for your fuck ups? Like if like somebody messes up.
Yo, what up, Caber?
Are you on their ass? Like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you need to get your shit together. Like, I figured you would be because I met you.
He definitely is.
So I knew you would be.
I'm like, more of the. I'll walk up to you and be like, "Hey, instead of doing this, you know, like try to, you know."
Yeah, it's okay,
That's
champion.
Right. Next time.
I'm like the aggressive one, and they're like the nice uncles.
It's like a good cop, bad cop scenario.
You're the dad that like rode his kid in sports and was like, "Get your shit together. The coach isn't gonna pick you if you don't hit another rep." And you're like the mom. It's like, "It's okay, sweetie. You gave it your best."
Yo,
literally.
I could see it. What do you mean you're taking my son out? He's the best one on the field.
How it goes, you know?
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, that's low key me too.
Yep,
like
you for sure.
if I swear, man, give me the day where I'm not hosting an event and I can just yell at my guys. Ooh, there's so much that needs to be said.
I mean, you even low-key did it on one of the tournament days.
Oh, yeah.
It was the first tournament of the season, and like he was trying not to get involved at all because he didn't want to seem like he was like giving us pointers while he was working. But he like came over and like did this little walk by and was like, I don't know what the fuck y'all are doing, but get your shit together. And like, he's like, I'm not supposed to say anything to y'all, but fuck, get it together. And walked away. And we're all just like, shit, he was pissed.
I remember, man, because I don't know who y'all it was the first round, and y'all lost the first match. And I was like, there's no fucking way we did all this prep work to get your first loss in the first fucking round, and it was to somebody that didn't even deserve to like give us the loss. I was so furious. I was like, man, y'all need to fucking pick this shit up.
Starting the tournament off with a loss, it's just
It's like, it was
not fun.
Like, too, when he came over, it's just like when you piss dad off kind of vibe.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah, just run.
You fucking hit your sibling. It's like, he's coming.
yeah. Stop.
Act natural.
And then the act natural goes, I was like, we weren't doing shit.
But
I
no,
will say for EA Fest being our like first one like ever, we didn't do that bad because Ness was our only loss.
yeah.
I think we won like 4 times and we lost once.
Yeah, when we were up there, we were a complete pickup squad. We weren't even. It was just me and Keegan from TSA. The other 3 were the guys from Murder Inc. or 2 of the guys from Murder Inc. The one was just a random that they knew that they brought with them. But we all have played together and have that same competitive mindset, so we just thrived when you threw us together. Because basically everybody knew their assignment. Do your assignment and we'll be good. And that's what made it work for us, which is why we were able to not lose that entire time.
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
It was fun. It was a big fun time. But like the only thing that bothered me, which I get because they were just getting people into it, was the fact that like when the kills would end, they would just be like, "All right, that's game." It's like, well, no, that's not how it actually goes.
You
have
know,
to
right.
flag for it.
Right.
I'm glad you
exactly.
brought this
Put it in their
up.
bunker.
So, when you guys have gone to the fight night, I know things have been kind of a little wonky because they're testing the waters on a few things. But what would you change that they're doing currently? And then 2, do you feel like what they're doing is working? Like they're getting more interest?
So if I could change anything, I would change that they need to actually make a spot for a back position. Because they're doing like these barrels to put 2 on the bottom and stack 1 above it, where that's not enough spot. I'm pretty tall and I'm taller than the whole fucking buckets. I'm like, damn, this ain't working.
Well, plus
I
the
can't
barrels
play
have,
back.
like, cracks and stuff, and like there's the split or whatever.
Yeah, and they were like at the last one that they just had. I guess I shot someone through a tire. Like, don't have tires then. Like, if I can't shoot through a 6mm plastic can shoot through a crack, it's gonna be a shot.
Theoretically, rules for both SpeedQB and CSL, I believe, if there is a crack or a disformation in the bunker and you get hit through it, it counts. It does not matter how you got hit.
I think it should be that too.
Because like I know like in a case of like where like if you move a bunker from running at it too hard and it adjusts and it shifts that angle, that's not getting corrected until the next match. So if you get hit,
Mhm.
you got
Yeah.
it.
And it was your fault for hitting the bunker that hard.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I know in SpeedQB they hit you with a penalty if you move the bunkers, which is actually incredibly smart, which may or may not get adopted in the very near future. But I mean, yeah, it kind of sucks when there is a crack and you have to play it completely differently, and that's how it was at EA Fest too. Because I was playing home just like you were. And you
didn't have the second layer, Keegan, of barrels. You had just the one.
And wasn't there like a box too with like a big hole? in it
Yeah,
or
the
something?
medic box.
Yeah.
I'm also only 5'5", so I can actually get underneath it. I don't think you can. I remember how tall you were, and I don't think you're getting down that low.
I'm 6'3".
I mean, I know some tall people. Pat on our team is 6'4". He can get down small, but he played at Valhalla. The snake is an official snake at Valhalla. It's regulation, correct size. So you literally, when you get in, you'll see when you guys come down.
It's 3 foot tall.
Yeah, I'm
Is it?
small.
Okay.
I'm 5'6", and I'm skinny and tiny. And when I'm in there, like I'm comfortable, like on my knees, like I can sit in there and I can pop up and down, no problem. But when I go out, I make a move out to the side after like let's say you and I are going against each other, I kill you. I literally have to crawl to
Yeah.
get to the
That's
next like
awesome.
bunker.
I
Because
like that.
Yeah,
if
Same
you
thing with
don't,
like in paintball, dude.
if you don't, and you're like if you're on like your elbows and your knees, and you have that like high crawl instead of like a low like army crawl, you're gonna get hit. And
Oh,
like
yeah. They can
especially if
see
you have
straight
someone tall
into it.
like you, like if you're standing on that over that snake bunker and you're tall like that, you can literally just da 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 da, and then like clap them without like getting hit at all.
Like,
Yeah,
so
I like that.
when
Well, he's one back. No, wait. Are you playing back?
You're back or the other side? It doesn't know yet.
Who, me?
Me.
Oh,
You're
And
playing
we
mid.
have
yeah, I
we
was
have
gonna
the
say,
other tall Zach. So we have two. We have another Zach that's like, how tall is he? Six
6'4".
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's 6'4". So he's gonna be playing behind me. So I'll be Snake. He's gonna play back behind me, and then we'll have Christian on the other side.
what about
So we'll have
So
What
that'll be an advantage because like he can like if especially if he goes on his tiptoes, but like and he angles himself right, he'll be able to see into the snake slightly, or at least the snake, like the second section because there's 3 sections. It's
Right,
snake one on both ends, and then like the snake 50, so
50, right?
2 or whatever you want to call it position wise. But
yeah.
he can see into at least the first half, not like where you are, the snake one, but the first
Right.
So
of
this
Snake
past
50.
weekend, I was playing in the snake, and there's a dude that was probably about the same size as you, and I remember peeking outwards, and he had a green laser, and you could see it straight down the snake. So I was like, all right, let me lay down and see if this fucker can still see me. I laid down, and I might have had an inch or two like right underneath that laser. It was gonna catch my head if I was any taller. It was unreal.
So you have to be small playing in it. And-
It kind of sucks, but at the same time I love it.
Yeah,
Two
I
things.
like-
Oh,
Sorry,
go ahead.
two things from the chat. Infamous Beard, good old Beardy said he's trying to get rid of the binary, which I'm pretty sure they are getting rid of binary for
I agree,
the
they should.
26th. So that's good.
enough.
And then he also said that Chris gets pretty low for how tall he is.
I do, yeah. I get down there.
That's what I was gonna say though before I like went on the tangent about it. Is Pat, our guy who's 6'4",
What's up,
he got
Doc?
in and was on his knees and he was like, "Bro, this snake is tiny," and I'm like, "Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be." He was like, "For real?" I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "Yeah, I can't do that." And I was like, "Yeah, that's the point."
So-
Like,
Christian even has a messed up knee too, which is crazy.
yeah, so
Yeah,
you're not
I got
gonna
a
be-
metal
you're not gonna be
bar
in
in
there.
my knee.
Oh.
Yeah.
I tore my ACL, my MCL, I broke my knee, my femur, my meniscus, and my
Please
kneecap.
stop. Please stop.
Stop.
I can just feel the cringe in my knees right now.
Yeah.
All in football.
Jeez, that sucks. I'm sorry.
I could still outrun, I bet, half the people playing.
Hey, attaboy. Can't take me down. I get it.
I think our boy. Okay, there he is. He was frozen.
Yo, anyone else see his face?
Yeah,
how it
you
was
froze.
My Wi-Fi went out for a second.
It froze perfectly.
Yeah.
I hope somebody screenshotted it.
I hope someone
If
does.
not,
Hey,
we'll have to
someone
do it
clips
later. We'll have to go
Uh,
back.
I know people can clip it. That's all I know.
Clip it. Someone clip it.
This boy was just, he was like.
But yeah, like,
Good God.
what were we saying? I have no idea. My
Nah,
shit-
we were
About
talking about the
getting
snake.
low in snake
Yeah.
position.
No, we were talking about your ACL.
Yeah.
Oh, the only thing I was gonna say about Valhalla that sucks at the moment is everything like the back breakout walls and the bunkers are yellow. So like when BBs
That
or
is
just
gonna
tracers
change.
fly, yeah, it's gonna change. But when you like try and track even a tracer, it's just like it disappears. Like you can follow it for a little while and then it's just gone, and you're like, oh, where did it go? Because like the back wall is yellow, so you just can't see it.
It is
Yeah.
pretty hard. This
It's hard.
this past weekend we had to do half lights to try and get the tracers a little bit more visible, but even then a lot of the players were like, nah, it's got to be full lit, which I get. Like
Yeah.
there's a
Right.
clear difference from side to side with the visibility of a player and like when they peek out, but it is what it is.
Right.
Fucking A. Yeah. When we were setting up the field, Pat, our tall boy, he he was trying to argue with me about the size of some of the bunkers. I was like, dude, we can't make them 4 foot tall. Like, that's so fucking big. It's huge. Like, I can almost stand behind this thing. There's no point in having a 4 foot structure. And then I remember we had cut the plywood and stood it up. And he was like, yeah, no, this is too big. It's like, yeah, you're damn right. Listen to me the first time, damn it. But nah. So
there's only one or two structures on the field that are 4 foot in size that like in the middle part of the field, not back walls, but like in the middle of the field.
How tall would you guys put your back pieces as?
Either
Over
7 or
7
8 foot. Yeah.
See, that's what I think every field should have it at. Like, because at extreme, I'm having my whole head stick above their thing.
Yeah, no,
Well,
it's
and
like
they're working it out though. You gotta like you guys said, it's still like
Yeah,
in
it's
infant
still new,
stage,
right? It's
So,
still,
yeah.
right.
and I
like,
know
their
Lenny.
snake is so tall.
I know we talked to the Nest guys about this too, but Lenny and Chuckles and all the other dudes there at Extreme are most definitely the all in type of people. So
Oh yeah, 100%.
I'm really excited to see how things progress within the next month, even because I know things are going to change a lot. But yeah,
They told me that they're gonna spend, I think they said 6,000 or 7,000 to get some Speed QB actual bunkers and stuff for
That's a
like
lot
fight
of
night
money.
and stuff like this.
I don't see. All right, one, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, it is a lot.
But
of money.
two, I had this conversation with the dude who built Valhalla, and each field should have its own quirk, like baseball, right? If you look at Wrigley's, they got the Green Giant out in left field, like that's fucking cool. You go to
Jackson
Nats Park, they
Park.
have a unique air circulation that. All right, I'm just going on baseball tangent, but they have a unique air pattern, so it makes it really hard to knock the ball out of the park. And each
Miami's
field should have the
field.
same thing. And maybe Extreme's funky thing is like their X is not really an X, but like an elongated double L. I mean, it's cool. Beardy, thank you, Fenway. But yeah, I mean, it would be cool. The one thing I don't want across the board is for there to be like a standardized layout, because I think that makes things real boring. And even if you look at the NXL with paintball, they they have a new layout for each major event, which is awesome. The one thing I wish they did do though is that they were blind, because they released the layout like a week or two before, and then teams get to practice on it. Like, nah, screw that, man. They can figure it out, the week of. Find a field that's gonna set it up like that.
Some NXL events, they don't even let them see it until like the day of, until they let them walk the field for the first time, and like that's the.
Those are the
they
best
see it.
kinds.
Yeah,
Those
Because
are
then
full
you have
tournaments
no
a lot,
way to
right?
like, yeah.
Prep
Yep.
and be the better team. You just have to go out there and by pure skill and talent.
Be the better team, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you can't like plan for it.
Yeah,
Alright.
Well,
Sadly
that's
though,
advice.
I do gotta bounce out and get back to work though.
You good?
It's
Appreciate
all
You
good.
guys
Thanks for joining
keep
us, man.
talking.
See you, Christian.
Have a good one,
See
guys.
you soon.
when I went to Jacksonville, I went to play at battalions, and I went completely blind. It was better than actually knowing the place, because I actually learning new stuff, learning new angles and everything.
Yeah.
So when I came up to go ahead.
What?
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
You can just literally feather the hell out of that trigger. As long as it's not full auto, you can do whatever. Like, that's the airsoft I like. That's what you're signing a waiver for and
Right.
money into. And at TAC, our home field, we can't even barely go hard on the trigger because of that reason, but insurance reasons also. But again, like, you're signing a waiver and you're complaining about getting shot.
Right.
That's a common theme, like I've noticed in airsoft across the board, is like, especially in public play, is you get a lot of players who are like, they sign the waiver and then they complain about being shot.
Like I get kids
Uh,
and stuff. That's different. Like obviously, I'm not gonna go hard on kids. Like
Right, or just I mean, in general, I've seen it across all different ages. Like I've seen people come and they get complaining about getting shot 4 times, and
right.
I'm like, first of all, a lot of the times you're in a vest or a plate carrier. If I shoot you just once, chances are you probably didn't feel it on the
Exactly.
first one or hear it because there's a lot of other sounds and things going on. So the second one is maybe hopefully to a soft spot, but sometimes in the same spot, and you didn't feel it or hear it either. So then I hit you with 2 more, maybe in a soft spot, but you might have at that point realized that you got hit and are going to react, and then you feel the other 2 coming because I could be at a distance and just and then in that time delay in which they're in the air, you're reacting, and then you're like, bro, you didn't have to shoot me 2 more times. Like, bro, I already pulled the trigger before like your hand was
Right.
up.
Exactly.
So I'm with it, but I also understand it at the same time. It's like like so now when I read the rules at my field, I'm like, if you get shot between under 6 times, I'll just say under 6. I said, shit happens. I said, don't come complaining to me that he's overshooting. I said, especially if you're not audibly going hit and putting your hand up at the same time. I said, I don't want to hear it. I said, but if somebody's shooting you 6 or more times and it's a continued issue, let me know. I'll watch that player, and if they're going whatever,
yeah.
like I'll handle it.
So, this just kind of reminds me. In November of this last year, we had what we call the Turkey Classic down here in Maryland, and it was super chill. Like we had 65 people come out just for the tournament alone, which was really cool. And we had to turn away like 20 or 30 people because the field's really small.
It's small, so I didn't have the space or the capacity.
Right. But I know they're going to do it again this year, and I think that's something you guys should really come down for because it's not like your normal tournament day stuff where everyone's like, bro, don't even talk to me right now. Like, you're the enemy. We're going to go do this shit. This is how it is. It's very laid back. And then on top of that, we treated the teams that came out of state very well. So if y'all come down, we'll treat y'all to something. I don't know what it is. I'll get a food truck. I'll buy you some food. Come play public play. And it's way different. Like, the play here is
insomnia.
I've been to 15 plus fields at this point. I've been trying to experience as many as possible, and none of them compare to the CQB style of Rockville Tactical Airsoft Arena. It's so in your face. We're gonna be aggressive. Don't bitch and moan. We're gonna hit you 4, 5, 6 times, and that's just kind of how it is. What's even better is the rentals don't even complain about it either. Like they're on top of it too. It's so nice.
Example. So like I shot this dude cross field, and it's not very, like you said, it's not very big, and he didn't call it, and it was a rental. So I chased him down. Like I saw that there was no one there. I chased him down. I went over and I put 2 more in him, and as I did that, he was in a fight with another rental. But they were both basically guerrillaing each other unintentionally because neither one of them wanted to call it, but they were both pulling that flap, 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 kind of like and just still shooting each other.
Unintentional
and, like,
gorilla.
Yeah, and like I rolled in and I clapped the dude 2 more times, and then he's like, bro, I already turned and shot. He's like, you didn't even shoot me, first of all. And then I was like, and you and this guy are clearly both dead, so like it's time to go. It was just funny that I walked up on them, and they're just like, ah. And like not complaining. They weren't complaining. Like, hey, you called me. Like they were just like.
That's awesome.
I've had a funny experience with a rental like that before.
Yeah.
Except they had a nice little scream. I was running down a hallway and they came around the corner, and I shot one BB and it went over their head, and they dropped to the ground and started screaming. Didn't even hit him.
My favorite rental incident, I actually have it on footage and it's on my YouTube channel, is I was playing with my breacher at Rockville, and I came around, I ducked into this cubby, and I popped out and looked at this doorway, and the doorway that I looked through, just to the left of it, is their respawn. So he's coming out of respawn, not even looking my way, and he's looking the other way, and he's like doing that little rental walk creep thing. I slap him, and he just straight up freaks out, looks at me, drops the whole gun, hits the ground, and I'm just like, What? He just dropped the whole gun and ran. I was like, dude. Oh.
I have one similar. It's actually to plug my own channel. If you go to, I'm pretty sure the video is called Reload. Either way,
That's actually one of my favorites.
I kind of made fun of this kid at the same time, but I shot him and he yelled hit like as I'm shooting him, and I fucking put it on repeat in the video. Either way, that's pretty good. There is a question from the chat. Doc from Ness asked how you guys felt about audibly announcing when you're hitting a competition. So if you got shot and yelling hit to walk off the field.
I stay where I stand on. I'll let you guys answer first.
I don't know. See, I played tournament paintball before getting into airsoft tournament airsoft at least.
Yep.
So in paintball, you don't have to say anything. You can just put the gun up and run out, which is
I was gonna
what
say
I do personally. I mean, it's not that bad. You take a few BBs or paintballs or whatever it is, but I can see calling out hit right.
Yeah, I just wave the hand and get up and quickly move out the way and.
Yeah.
Yes, that's so my mentality is on it is like, if you're saying hit, right, and audibly, like, that, to me, as an opposing person, like, if I shoot you and you say hit, that's now alerting your team or teammate that you are dead, who might not have been aware of it. 'Cause
Right.
they could be down or behind a bunker and they can't see you.
Right.
So now they know they're alone or they're down one less teammate, and that, to me, takes away the competitive edge.
Yeah. And
Right.
in the
Right.
first season that we did this, it wasn't a rule that you didn't say. Now you can't say hit, but
You can't say anything.
right when that season started, I remember being next to a team and they were like, look, when you get hit, say hit as loud as you can. And they were already working it into their strategy, like, we need to know you're off the field so we're not missing the count or whatever. But I mean, we're all on the same page. Like,
But if
go
okay.
ahead. No, go ahead.
I mean, if you have good team communication and if you're, talking, yelling out to each other on the field to call outs and stuff, you're gonna notice when someone stops calling out, or
Right.
stops responding or whatever.
Right.
And that to me is like the eeriest feeling, like when, like, if the person who is watching over me when I'm in Snake, I don't hear them anymore, I'm like, fuck. Like,
Right.
are they dead?
Or your
Did they
heart kind
move?
of just stops for a
Yeah.
second. You're like, oh fuck,
And-
I'm alone now.
It's like, it's either A, am I alone? I hear my teammates, or B, I don't hear anyone. Am I alone? Am I the last one left? Is there anyone on the other team? Because they're now quiet because they don't hear our team. They're seeing if there's anyone left. That's like, shit.
Yeah, and it
It's
sucks
a
too
very
because like
intense
when
moment.
you're in the Snake too, it's not like you can peek up and look around
Oh,
either.
right, you're gonna get domed.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So you're just
you
kind of
look like a
stuck
little
in your
prairie dog.
place.
If they know you're in Snake, and which they always do, if you win Snake, they know.
Yeah.
They know where you are. Unless you can crawl from where you were without peeking up at all, which is very hard, then they know exactly where you are.
Right.
I find what's kind of it's very hard to do, but if you're stuck in Snake by yourself, rather than continue to take the forward ground, if you can like backtrack
back.
and get to like the home spots or one of the back walls where you can then play the rest of the field and move, it's like, all right, cool, now I'm in a better position. But if
Get
you're
to a
just
Dorito or
stuck in-
something.
yeah, if you're stuck in there, it's like, all right, this is where you got to be the 1v1 champ and just pull it out your ass.
Right.
And
Like,
like,
hit everybody. Rated E for everyone.
yeah.
Peek the end of Snake, roll out.
Right.
Go through the Snake in the little hole in the middle and be like, all right.
Start peeking.
Yeah.
Nah, man.
Yeah, but I'm with it. Like, I hate hearing, like, I get it in, like, non-official tournaments when they're, like, teaching and people are learning. I don't get as mad about it, but, like, if I go to a real competition and they're like, this is for a trophy or money or whatever, and if I hear a guy go, hit and get up, I'm going right to that ref, whether I'm on that team or not, and I'm like, bro, he can't do that. Like, you need to correct that shit. Like, they can't say anything.
Yeah.
Same thing if
Right.
I hear someone on the sideline say something, I'm not even going to a ref or the officials or whoever. I'm yelling at that fucker. I'm like, yo, shut the fuck up. You're on the sideline. Shut up. And we actually had
Right.
to do that at our championship.
Yeah,
we ended up
I almost had to
losing.
talk to some of my own teammates about talking.
It wasn't me.
So, okay. Anyways,
The blame game.
there's Jacob's in the snake, and some dude's running him down. Jacob said he hit him earlier. I didn't see that
Yeah,
shit.
I
All
did.
I saw
I heard
was
it. Flop, flop, flop.
all I saw was the other dude hit him, and then Jacob hit the other dude, but Jacob didn't walk off, and I'm right next to him. I don't have a mask on. First off, I'm on the other side of the net, and I have a flag, and I'm like, how the fuck do I throw the flag at this motherfucker? Like, okay, let's just lift up the net and pretend like I don't get hit. Threw the flag at Jacob and was like, yo, get out. Like, you were hit. I saw you get hit. He yells at me. Either way, argument ensues in between him and the other dude. And the other dude's like, y'all gotta cheat in order to win, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just standing there like, I swear to God, say another fucking word. Like, I was so ready to throw somebody out. It was great.
I didn't say anything other than to Keegan, though. I ignored that dude for a second. I was just like, it's like, yo, this is bullshit. And I walked off the field. Because, like, so from my perspective, what happened down in that scenario is I was in the snake, and he was outside of the snake at, like, a little cake bunker, and we were in a gun battle, and then when I tucked in, he decided he was going to full send me, so he stood up and came running me down, and I was tucked in, and I went, what, put 3 in him as he's running,
quote unquote.
and then, no, I literally watched them I watched them hit his plate carrier.
Allegedly.
But anyway, so then by the time he gets to me, because he's shooting me as that happens, but it's hitting behind me, I can literally hear it hitting the plastic of the bunker. He then drops and slides, and as he drops and slides, he hits me, and I also in turn hit him, which is what Keegan saw, and then I stayed in because I knew I hit him way before. And then he's like, yo, you gotta cheat to win. I was like, bro, I hit you way before. And I kept playing, and then the flag comes in, and I'm like, fuck, this is bullshit. And I walked off the field.
Right.
But, I mean, we still won the match.
Yeah.
But if it came down to points later on, because that's how we use our points, is like to be a tiebreaker in the CSL, instead of it being like the determining factor like it is in the Speed QB. We what was I gonna say? Shit. Oh, if we would have lost all those points because of me, because in CSL, if you get a penalty thrown on you, no matter who you are, you forfeit the points for that match. So even if you win all the points, you get 0, but you can still win the match.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Which I want to touch on a couple things with you saying that, because it sparks a thing with SpeakQB. Before we go to that, Doc said no pics, no proof. And then
I got the footage somewhere, Doc.
and then Scotto, look, man, I'm sorry that you're at N1, but I will say April 23rd, or not April 23rd, April 7th or 8th, your boys might be down at N1. I'm just saying. Well, we're going to be out in Cali. We might make a trip. It's only 6 hours. Fuck it.
We might link up when we in Cali, so.
Nah, for real. And then with SpeedQB, so like they just changed their rules, where you could win 2 out of 3 and still lose the match based on points.
Right.
Which to me doesn't make any sense.
Right.
But
if you win the match, how do you have less points?
Exactly. And you know, I'm sure they have their reasoning for it, and that's fine. I just don't agree with it, and I'm entitled to my own opinion, but it is what it is. But to go down this path a little bit, where do you think, you know, Airsoft is going in general? You know, there's a couple of circuits that seem to be going down the paintball route and using like a 15-minute timer, and then just whoever has the most points at the end of that 15 minutes, it is what it is. Or do you see us becoming more of a spectator sport? I'm just real curious where your mind leads Airsoft, you know, 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now.
It's definitely gonna have like this perspective of paintball.
Mm-hmm.
In my eyes, it's already there. Like they got the Monk custom builds, the Euro tactics, all
The
that.
Atom guns, which is literally just
Literally, yeah.
pretty much.
I don't like the Atom guns. I'll say that now.
No,
No, I think it's too far.
I like how light they are, but I don't like.
I I like how you can shut the FCU off without having to take the battery
Yeah.
out of the gun. So like
Yeah.
in between rounds, you can leave the tank on the gun and just shut the FCU off.
I
So
think
if
the
you like
overall
accidentally,
design,
you know,
like thought for the design as like mechanisms and how those would work in making those more easily functionable or adjustable. Like the hop up, you can adjust from the outside on both sides.
right? Yeah,
The FCU, you can program from your grip without having to take it out.
I
I
believe
think-
you can take the engine out just like a paintball
Yeah,
gun
you
from the
pop that
back.
screw out and pull it
And
in.
like,
Yeah.
yeah.
So like that's what I'm saying. As far as design and making those three features, key amazing features, that's great. But I think overall as a look, it's
Right,
very
it's kind of
ugly.
bubbly and yeah.
Yeah.
I just
But like to service that, it's gonna be super easy. You can just literally
Yeah.
unscrew a thing and pull your engine out. Whatever. I think they might have
That's
what do they have,
the
Fusion
whole
or
point of
something.
it. They run on F2s.
F2's
yes,
okay.
they do run
yeah.
on F2s. See, my thing. We're okay. I may come off as somewhat of a Milsim player now that I think about it, but like we're playing airsoft for a reason, right? Like we all have our own replica platforms, so on and so forth, and I kind of like that.
Guy with the
I
paintball
kind of
gun.
like. Hold on. First off, motherfucker. Okay. I think there's a big difference between running a paintball grip and then running the Atom. I think the Atom is one step closer to emulating or duplicating what paintball's doing now, and I think we lose a bit of our identity in doing so. So it's like
Right.
I would much rather, have us set some sort of regulations to make it airsoft and not paintball's version of airsoft or airsoft version of paintball.
It's just one, and I love it. It's and
Yeah,
I want
I
back
oh,
that
sorry. Go ahead.
I think for the mere fact that we have pistols, Keegan. I mean, I know like paint does, but you don't see them in comp play. But I think for the mere fact that we have pistols, that alone will always keep us set apart from paintball. Now, it might not to the average viewer or person, but internally as players who've been in the sport and know the sport, that'll always set
Right,
us
pistol
apart.
takes a lot more skill to use. You can't just hop
Yeah.
on that trigger and go.
right.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially if you're running just mags, because I believe you guys made that a rule this year.
Yeah,
Yep.
in the
Yeah,
CSL,
you have to
you
run
have to
mags.
run gas mags.
Right, which I like. I think
you don't.
that's better. Right. Well, it takes more skill to be able to actually reload your mag.
Mhm. Well,
Other
and there's a common thing that I've noticed a lot in a lot of standard green gas users, rec play or normal play, is that they always forget that like they have at least one in the chamber. So it's like if you're shooting pop pop pop, and your hammer's still back, but you're like, oh, I need to reload, and you take that
you can
mag
still
out.
shoot, right?
You can still shoot, but they always recock it, and then they double feed or one rolls out, and that shot is misplaced or whatever. And I'm like, y'all really don't know your guns that well, like
Right.
Nah.
if you don't know that.
Yeah.
And
I
the same
sadly
thing-
got rid of my last high kappa. Definitely. need to get a new one.
No. Why would you do this?
I got
Why
a
have you forsaken
CZ75,
us?
Man, I don't know.
I can tell
It's
you why,
fun.
because he's gonna do what Carlos did. He's gonna get rid of one and say I don't want it, and then he's gonna rebuild another one 3 years later and be like, okay, I was-
4-3.
yeah.
Hey, yes. 4-3 platform. Gang,
4-3?
let's go.
First 4-3.
I tell you what, I'm a small man. I got fat hands but little fingers, okay? A 4-3 fits in my hand perfectly. The 5-1 just a little bit too much.
They're big. Yeah, they're bulky.
I can't do it.
But I love the snap. I love the snap. on
Hell
them.
yeah.
They're crisp.
Look,
They're
when
so crisp.
we come up, I'll let you shoot my 4-3, and I think
Oh,
you'll
yeah.
end up getting one that weekend. I'm just saying.
Probably.
I
I
like
think
what
Extreme
Doc
has. I think Extreme stocking them again now.
That
I
a
think-
boy.
Whatever Christian has for that gold high kappa, oh, I love it. It's snappy. It shoots nice, and I just don't know how I'm gonna feel about using green gas or tapping to see it.
Really? So like, so I've played for 12 years. I've done both. I had to because before HPA was a thing. And then
Right.
I swore I was like, I'm never gonna go HPA. HPK would. And then later down the road when I got a little more money, I was like, all right, let's do it. Why not? And it became very convenient for rec play. I was like, oh, this is great. I was like, I only have to fill up air. I don't have to worry about fill. I was like, wow, this is awesome. And then when it came into playing competitively, I used one in our first competition that I ever played in, and it was great. But I found it made it a little like too easy, too unfair. And then
So you don't have to reload.
And and then Keegan eventually implemented the rules. I became like a mag mule essentially because like I don't shoot that much in the snake. I pick and choose my shots. So then like I would have like before Keegan came up with the mag limit, I'd have like 6 mags on me, and I'd just be like, well, my team's like, I don't have a mag. I'm like, here, like, they're like, what are you doing? Like, no, I don't shoot that much.
You know what's crazy? So when we played this past weekend, I ran all my gas mags. I had 5 on my chest and then 1 in my pistol off break. And after the first match, I had gone through a mag and a half. That was it.
And
I was like, dude, what? I haven't been able to play the snake like that, and I was so taken back by it in general. And I was like, this is not real. And just
what I tried to tell you, I don't like when I'm in there. Like you don't shoot a lot.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I love it. It's great. You know, you really get to pick your shots, which is awesome.
It's definitely if you're level-headed in the snake and you can and you know where people are from like you know the callouts and stuff, and you can just wait for them to peek out and shoot one shot, and then it just hits them. It's amazing. You know?
Yeah. Or even if you do that one placement shot to see where you're shooting, and then wait for them
it's so satisfying.
Yeah.
Oh, hitting somebody with a dirty one ball, oof, getting the chubby,
right?
It's crazy.
Yeah, and then you crawl up, and then you come up, and you bop, and you just hit that one guy with the one ball on accident. And you're like, oh, I got him. Yeah. And then you run the full sweep and just run up that clack, clack, clack.
Bunker a few, you know.
Yeah.
Bunkering is one of the most satisfying things about the competition.
Yeah. It's so a while back I was playing in the Dorito corner, and I had 2 guys who were just railing me on either side, and there's actually a clip of me like putting my gun down, looking around like, yo, what the fuck? I was so pissed off. I was like, I can't go anywhere.
There's another go ahead, Keegan.
No, it's like it's demoralizing.
There was speaking of demoralizing and moments like that when we had the Turkey Classic, the guys from New York, NYI Insomnia, they came down and they were like ODB. I don't know if you guys follow him on any of his stuff, but he's one of their back players. He's one of their back players, and after the match where they played us, he comes off and goes, damn, Keegan, if you wanted my ass to stay at home, he goes, I should have just stayed at home. And he's like, and I was like, what are you talking about? He goes, he bunkered the shit out of me. I couldn't go anywhere but stay at home. And I was like, well.
Who was it? Doc's, I agree with you, Doc. Where's Coach Kev when you need him? You know, maybe if we all just say Coach Kev 3 times and stare into the mirror, he'll appear. Also, the homie Patriot, his team's Patriot Airsoft. If you guys look in the Discord, he clipped Jacob freezing looking like Vanilla Ice.
Oh, he did.
It's perfect. It's so good. It's so good. I need to make that Jacob's profile picture when he calls me.
Not even just my profile picture. You need to make it into a Discord meme thing.
Oh
yeah,
yes! Oh my God, you're perfect. Thank you. I needed that.
On our team Discord, he's made a bunch of screenshots of goofy faces of the different teammates.
Yes, sir.
Stuff at events, and I didn't have one, so I gave him a stupid picture of me where I look special because I was a child, but probably because I was. But anyway, so like I didn't have like an airsoft one, but now I will. So.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. We have one of our homie Bert. It was the first event we ever played in, and there's a photo of like everyone at the briefing, and he's looking at his phone, but his face is saying like, "Yo, what the fuck?" It's so good. It's the best one. I use it the most. Yeah, ODB does make some pretty nasty high kappas. Doc, as far as I know, makes some pretty dirty joints too.
Yo, I'm gonna need to steal ODB's pink nasty because I want it.
Oh, okay. What do you guys think of the SpeakUB 5.1 slide? Love it, hate it. Where you at?
I actually think I've seen it. Hold on, let me Google it. I don't think
It's called the Poison Slide.
I seen that. That was looking nice. I like that purple one. The purple was catching my eye.
Yeah, I will say out of like all the slides I've looked at, which is a lot, the red slide in particular seems to be the most true red.
That was my second option. Red color.
Oh, okay, yeah, I
I
have
will
seen
give
this.
you that for the color. I like the color red on it, but I'm not a fan of the overall design. I think they just tried to do too much.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't
don't
hate
like
it,
the-
but I
like-
don't love it.
There's a lot of curves going on that I'm not like a big fan of.
There's
Yeah.
like there's some of the curves that are in there with like, and then some things that just square off
Right,
in like
just
weird places, and I'm just like,
Yeah, it's tough. Like
it's hit or miss, really. Like right where the
I
front
didn't-
sight is, the
didn't
cutout's
see.
down, like right around the barrel there. It's
Yeah.
gives it a weird like.
or if you look at the cutout of like where like it would be the bullet, like what am I looking for?
The
The
ejection port.
shell or the the ejection
Yeah.
port. If you look at the ejection port, there's like this weird little dip right there, and it's like, for what? Why not just make it go across? It's
Right.
got like a weird little. I don't know. I mean, I get it. It's unique. It's different, but like, I prefer things to look cool, but also serve a purpose at the same time. Like the Atom, right? Like their design looks kind of goofy, but everything serves a purpose.
Right.
Whereas this, I there might be stuff I don't know about it yet, but like to me, none of it serves a purpose. It's just a unique look, and I think it looks weird.
So
Yep.
I have it up on the screen right now for the people at home. If you haven't seen it already, you know, when they first showed it, there's two things that I really like about it. One, the fact that it's aluminum and not 3D printed. Thank fucking God. Two, the fact that they incorporated the fiber optic sights for the front and the back is a huge bonus. Now, for those that are saying like it's too overpriced, think of it this way. If you get your standard 5.1 slide, it's typically aluminum from Airsoft Masterpiece, they're selling from anywhere from 110 to 120. If you wanted to get front and rear sights, that's an additional $30 to $40, especially since it's coming with fiber optic. So you're looking at like a $10 discount by getting this in itself. You have to get fiber optic for it itself because I don't think it comes with it. But they don't look bad. There's a lot going on, but they don't look bad.
Have you seen the original SketchUp for it?
Yes, and
That-
that's what I really liked.
Yes, I like the original sketch better than the
Than
actual
the-
finished product. I think.
Yeah, same. But I'd have to see it in like before I even completely hate on it. Like I said,
Right,
I want to see it in person and what it looks like on a gun.
Exactly.
But-
Someone at your local field will have one soon, I guess.
I would also like to see like color options. I get that it's aluminum, so the color options are a little bit harder sometimes. But like I would like to see like matte colors sometimes, not always shiny colors.
Well,
like,
even with it
that
being
would be
aluminum,
dope.
you could always get it
Repainted,
refinished or
yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
But then that's more money.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah.
I'm also a guy who runs like pink on my stuff, and like I like a true hot pink, not these like anodized or faint pinks or like
Yeah.
pinks that are almost purple. Like I want like
Right.
your hot pink. Like on Wednesdays we wear pink, Mean Girls pink. Like just because like I don't know, I like it as a
That's
color.
Good thing.
Yeah, it's my thing. But like it is so hard to find. Like there's one pink 4.3 Battle Cat slide that I've seen in person.
Bro, yes.
And I love it so much. And I
Yes.
want it, but it is so hard to find.
Okay,
The
look.
4-3
The
struggle.
4-3 in general is hard to find, and then the Battle Cat series as a whole is also really hard to find. Doesn't matter if it's 5.1 or if it's 4.3. Like they look nice, and that's why they sell so fast.
I don't even care if it's Battle Cat. They just have the right pink in a 4.3 that I want. Like I've seen it and I'm like, I want that. Not because it's Battle Cat, not because it's anything like, or like because it looks more clean than the other. They just have the correct pink and it's a 4.3 slide. And I'm like, I need it. And there's one guy in
Yeah.
my field who has it I told him I was going to steal it from him.
Are you talking about Alex?
Well,
No,
offer him some money.
not Alex, a different kid. At
Yeah,
my
'cause
field, I'm an assist.
I was about to say, Alex did steal the pink slide I was gonna sell to you.
Yeah, but it wasn't a Battle Cat slide.
It wasn't.
Was
it
it
wasn't.
the right
it was,
color pink though?
No, it was close, but not
No.
the exact thing.
Shoe Mofo. Yeah, I don't know. I almost bought one earlier, and then I thought to myself, you know what, Keegan, you don't really need this. You don't really need this.
What even is the going price on one of these right now?
$150.
Oh, that's not. I mean, that's not terrible.
It's not. It's
I've
not.
seen
Like I
some
said,
5-1 slides that go that way, like when you, because like if you go to like not necessarily LA Capo, but people like that who are reselling retail items, that's what they have to sell them for to make any money. On it. So it's like
150 is definitely the most expensive slide you'll find. But like I said before, you're also getting integrated front and rear sights that are ready for fiber optics. It's not something that comes stock, you know. And it's all in the body. Like, I don't know. There are major pluses and then, you know, some design, you know, cons. But either way, we don't have to talk about SpeakyB all day. What time is it? It's 9:11. This is a good point. I try to keep these.
that's a good point to end things. 9/11.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh.
Actually, it's 9:12, so that joke doesn't work anymore. Anyways,
wait a minute.
I'm gonna quickly move off that one. Thank you, Jacob, for destroying the vibe.
My daily duty.
Before we get out of here, I've already said it once. You know, we're gonna be out there February 26th, Extreme Airsoft. Come join us for the fight night. It's gonna be a blast. I know we got a full 5-man. 413. Jesus, words are hard. The 413 guys are going to be out there having a ball along with a couple of other teams. I would love to see you get some of that competition, show you how things get done. And then once again, thanks to our sponsors, good old Loco Airsoft, T1 or Take One Airsoft, Vendetta, and Blowback Masters. Get all your airsoft needs, all that stuff and things, and you'll be ablazing in no time. This is the postseason podcast. I haven't done this one before. This is the postseason podcast. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. Thank you, gentlemen, for being with us as well. And we will actually see you next Monday, where we have good old ATSB 5s from Germany. He's going to be joining us next week. So tune in, and I'll see you on Monday. Peace out.